There we go. Hi. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for watching A Touch of Tarot. I'm just waiting to see if anyone comes on. It's Saturday. Haven't been on in a while for a Saturday. So I don't know if there's many people out today. Hi. Hello, everyone. Okay, there's people here. Great. So I'm going to tell you, first of all, I don't know how everyone's feeling today, but I find personally, for me, the energies have been, what's the kind of, in a sense, intense, and in a sense, like, I don't give a fuck anymore type of energy. It's just, even trying to be nice and in that positive mood, and still little things are happening around me and they're irritating me. And I realize I'm just looking at people differently and their levels of like awareness. I don't know. I just noticed today a lot of little things frustrated me. Like, okay, I'm going to give you an example how this energy is so weird right now. Walking. I walked everywhere, right? So some people, they walk in twos, right? They're with someone else. And they think it's okay to take up the whole street. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if it's just an energy thing, because I know we have an intense energy. So I'm not going to make any final decisions on my attitude towards a lot of these situations just yet. But I'm walking and I'm like, how am I supposed to get around you? Why do I have to say, excuse me? So that was like just one thing, but it was just a whole bunch of little things today. And then I'm thinking, I wonder how the collective's doing. I wonder how everyone else is doing, because I'm a positive person. And then I realized, like, I don't have to be positive all the time. I'm just starting to get frustrated with the way people, I just feel like they're being really selfish. And then I'm telling myself, I'm like having an argument in my head. I'm like, no, like, you got to just not focus. It shouldn't bother you if you're a positive person, but it does. And I'm just like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what this shift is. But I don't know if I'm going to go back to being like Mrs. Nice, or if I'm going to start sticking to this attitude, because it carried on into other things that I'm thinking of that we're all dealing with. For example, with our divine masculines, because I'm sure like a lot of us go through the same thing. It's like, why do we put up with this up and down? Really, why did we put up with, and it's not even for me, for example, there's nothing that's up and down. It's quite consistent of not what I want type of thing. But why put up with it? Why be so considerate to someone else? Why be so understanding? I don't know if my energies are going to shift completely forever, or if this is just a temporary thing, but I'm just starting to think to myself, like, I'm not mad at my masculine, and I'm sure none of you are either, but it's like, I'm not mad at you, but come around when you're ready to do this right. Like, I just don't care anymore. So I'm having this attitude where I'm just like, yeah, and it could really be the upgrades, even with the people walking. And this thing has bothered me a little bit more at other times, but I've never got into it. But today when I'm walking, I'm just like, who do people, and then I'm like, you know what, Jen, maybe you do it too. Maybe it's time, like, you got to make sure you're not doing that either. And then I'm arguing with myself, right? So then the other voice says, well, if I'm doing it, someone should tell me so I know. And then I'm like, I should start telling people. It was just I was having this argument in my head, and we all have these this voice or voices, like it's a voice, whether or not we want to admit it, but we do have that banter in the background. And today I was just like getting into it, and I'm like, let me just hear this out. And I realized, like, little things I don't agree with. Why bother anymore? I don't know, like, why bother giving in or being extra nice if I don't feel like it? So I don't know. So I pulled out all these cards for this reading. I'm going to do it maybe tonight or tomorrow using this deck. And the energy I picked up on it is so big that I don't even want to come on here and do it. So I'm like, I wanted to come on here though and just like voice this and see how if everyone else is feeling this. I can't say it's a bad energy because I'm not in a bad mood. But I'm observing. Oh, thank you so much, Najid. Thank you. But I'm observing my thoughts and realizing, like, I don't even care anymore. I don't care. And you know what? I don't care if I end up with my soulmate, twin flame, or whatever. I don't care. And I'm not saying I'm going to go find something else, because here's another argument I had while I was waiting for the transit. Like, who cares? no one is coming my way. The universe won't have it. So, like, in the sense that I'm not going to meet someone else right now because I'm not meant to. Maybe I'm not meant to be with anyone right now because it's been like a full year that I haven't met someone new. So I don't know. All these things are coming to me. So it's just like, clearly I'm not meant to meet someone new right now. And if I was, they would come to me because I'm a nice girl. I'm a pretty girl. I'm a really good, like, I would be a great, I should say woman, whatever. I call myself a girl still. And I said, even to myself, I said today, you have to grow up, like, girl, like, as in, like, I'm telling my little girl to grow up, but my little me. But yeah, I'm just like, it's not the time. So who cares if I get this union or not right now? Because clearly it's not the time. If I don't get it and I stay single for a bit, well, clearly it's not the time. Because I was thinking to myself, like, I want a relationship. I'm just getting tired of not having one. And this is the other thing. I'm not looking to be with someone every day of my life because I will lose. Like, in the sense, like, I don't want to go to the grocery store with you. I don't have to do those things. I want to spend home time together and separate time doing the things I do on my own anyways that I love. I love going to the market. I love going to get my vegetables. I love going for coffee. I don't need someone there for that. But if I want to text someone, if I want to call someone and talk about things, sometimes I don't want to talk about these things with my girlfriends. And I understand we have to calm down with sharing our daily life with the guy or, the opposite sex, because maybe they're not into that deep conversation. But so what? If I'm having a bad day, I want to voice it. And if you're not into a whole conversation, sir, at least say, oh, like, your day's going to get better. Say something. So I'm just picking up all these energies where I'm like, I don't want to be single, but if it's the time for me to be single, because no one is like, the person I want, but who cares about that? A person that I would like is not coming in. I'm just like, it's not the time, because I deserve to be able to text someone and not have to wait 24 hours for a response. It's just ridiculous. And it's like, sorry, you have issues. I'm a really nice person. So the fact that I'm really nice to you, but you can't, like, you have an issue, whether it be to respond or to call regularly or whatever it may be, that's not my problem. So I don't know. All these things are coming through my head. I'm wondering, like, it's intense, right? So I don't know. And I'm even like saying to myself, I'm really grouchy right now. In a sense, like, I've had enough of a lot of little things. And I don't need to voice it either. I just need to go and, like, relax and not be around anyone or expect any or want anyone. I've just gotten to this point where I'm like, buddy or whoever, if you're not going to be able to pick up the phone and respond, even if it's sorry, you don't have, like, I'm not saying like you don't have the balls, like our opposite, masculine, feminine, whatever it may be, but sorry, you don't have the courage to respond and say something like, babe, like, I don't really like talking. I'm not really, or something stupid, because it is ridiculous if you do something for someone else. But yeah, sorry, you don't have the courage to respond that, but I don't have to be waiting a whole day for a response. And I'm just like, Jen, like, get over this. Like, this is just too fucking much now, in a sense that there's so many of us. And for a lot of us, the people are our unions, our loves, whatever it may be, they are coming back in our lives, but we got to make sure, and that might have to be with what this message has to do with, but I have to really look into it. We have to make sure we reassess and we go about this totally differently. You don't want to answer the phone or you don't want to text back. It's not even goodbye. It's just like, busy, gone, see ya. Don't expect me to answer the phone when you call because I don't give a fuck. And when we have a conversation, I'll let you know. But until that time, I'm busy. And so, like, that's what's going on in my energetic field. And you're brave after your boyfriend lied. I don't know if someone lied to someone. And that's another thing. People lying, like, all these things have been coming in my head. I was thinking this, like, I thought this recently. It might not have been yesterday or the day before, but very recently I was thinking, once someone lies, it's so hard to retrust them. So yeah, they do have to re-earn that trust back. Like, they do. There's no more, we're very nice. I don't know. I feel like I'm a very nice person, and a lot of these things are starting to annoy me, but I don't lie. So, and if I did, how do you trust the person once they lie, right? Like I was thinking about that because I'm like, you know what? I realize I've been lied to. I realize I have. Can I ever really fully 100% trust the person again? Who knows? And the thing is, if I don't trust you 100%, you do have to earn it back. And how? By showing me. Like, I don't want to hear a damn thing. I just want you to show me that I can start. But can you really? You know what I mean? I don't know. All these things are coming in my head. And I'm not saying that's a reason not to be with someone, because I remember saying to myself, I'm like, okay, well, you lied. Just stop doing it. I remember saying that, like that I would be saying that to the person. You lied. Okay, I get it. Stop doing it. But the truth is as well, there's an addition to that. Do I ever fully believe? Like when I ask you a question, can I believe you right away? Or is that, part of the rebuilding trust? Does it ever come back? I don't know. There's all these little things coming through my head. And it's not just today, but today I'm starting to voice it. Before today, because it's been about like 3 days, let's just say 3 days, I've been getting all of these different thoughts and I'm just like, wow. And I'm doing my, the affirmations and all of this stuff that I tell you guys to do, to like write these things out, change the sentences. I write, the negative sentence and I switch it up and it works. But the problem is, I guess I'm getting smarter. So now I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm picking up all these other things. Be true to yourself. You always got to be true to yourself. But I think myself is changing. That's the thing. So it's like, I've always been true to myself one way or another, but now it's just like, now I have higher expectations. So now I have a new truth to observe and stand for. And that's just the way it's going to be, I guess. So I even said to myself, I hope when I do these readings right now, because I do have another reading here that I pulled 2 cards so far, that I don't pick up on my energy. So I ask for the collective. But the truth is, I am part of the goddamn collective. So if I resonate with a reading sometimes, I don't care. Because people used to always bitch about that and say like, oh, you're reading for yourself. I'm not reading for myself, ever. But sometimes I resonate. And it's because I'm part of this collective. So that's why I wanted to voice this and see if everyone else is feeling this intense ass energy. Because I don't know, it's getting a little, there's just so many things I want to point out to people and just say, like, do you realize there's 2 of you? What about the people trying to get one way or the other? Like, I don't know, on this street, it was just driving me crazy walking today. I did a lot of walking. So anyhow, I'm going to start and I put these aside. I have this deck, which I use for one-on-one live reading. So if you got a one-on-one live reading, you know this deck. And that's the only time I pretty much use it. But I felt like picking up some energy, and the message I got here is so crazy. It's just that I need a lot of time to actually look through it, but it looks like people are reassessing. And the thing is, because even in my mind, I'm like, okay, just because we're reassessing a person or a situation, are we giving up on them? No, we're not giving up on them at all. It has nothing to do with that, but things are going to be shifting, like complete transformation with the Death card and the Chariot card, which has to do with ascension. It is true. There's downloads happening right now because I was reading the description for these cards and it is about becoming wise. And get this, out of the first 6 cards, 3 of them had to do with wisdom. And then the other 4 that I picked, 2 more had to do with wisdom. And then the other 2 were major arcana. So it was pretty interesting. Anyhow, I also wanted to say, for those of you that booked a reading like the last day or 2, I will get on it tomorrow. And if anyone wants to book a reading today or tomorrow, like over the weekend, they will be done by Monday. So that's something I thought I'd put out there. But for those of you that are actually waiting for your reading right now because you booked it already, it'll be done by tomorrow. So I'm trying to do like the 24-hour thing. But today I am not doing any more readings, I don't believe. Okay, so my hands have been really itchy lately. Interesting, because there's money here, but it was this hand that was itching me, and now it's this hand. Weird. Anyhow, so I'm like, okay, I want to pull something different, a different message, and I picked up this deck, and I'm like, what's the overall collective message? And we started with the 8 of Wands. So I'm not quite sure what's going to happen here, but I do want to mention that we have a message coming in, and we have the Ace of Pentacles here, which we know, you know what I love? I don't know. I feel like my angle's a little weird, but whatever. I love that my group on here, you guys really know your cards. So, and yes, I get into the cards or the messages like that I feel, but I can just say 8 of Wands and you get it. This has to do with the message. And at this point, who knows what it's going to be about, okay? But we have the Pentacle here, and this has to do, I'm just trying to read this at the same time. This has to do, for me, like for right now, what I'm feeling, let's see what's underneath it. Okay. So someone's going to be, it has to do with someone actually coming in from the, I'm not going to say from the past, who knows, someone returning. It can be anyone you know, but I actually have a feeling, oh gosh, these messages are getting crazy today, or my feelings, I guess I should say. I have a feeling it is someone from your past, right? Of course. So this is the other message I pick up. I didn't really feel like pulling it out there, but I'm just going to say it quickly. They may have gotten a divorce, okay? But the other message could be as well that they may be looking for a higher level of commitment with you, or trying to be honest and fair and come forward, maybe to just offer you the truth. That might be interesting because, you know, I'm picking up this energy today. So we're just going to start with this card. I'm going to lay this one down first, and we have a message coming in, okay? And this is for the collective. So I'm going to ask, what is this message about? Ooh, told you. Someone wants a fresh start, because it's not a message coming in like, I don't know, the message isn't, oh, there's a fresh start. Like, no, it's someone coming back, and they're literally coming back because now the Fool's facing, you know, going to the past. Someone wants a fresh start, a new beginning of some sort. I have a new description for this card that I picked up recently, but there was a few of them. I've been picking up new descriptions. It's really crazy. But this one has to do with this person turning their back. So far we have a masculine energy here, turning his back on multiple, well, more than one women, or, you know, who knows? I don't know. I'm not psychic like that. Like, who knows what they're doing, right? But on multiple people, maybe multiple situations, more than one at least. So this person is now turning their back on them, you know, ready to step up. You can read these cards so many ways, but I never read it like that until recently. I picked up that type of an energy with them. They're ready to step up big time. They're ready to step up to your level. This is the thing. This is why people are reassessing and going about things completely different, because now you want a fucking man or a woman. Like, you want a real one. You don't want wishy-washy, like just pure stupidity. Who cannot pick up the phone and text back, especially when, you know, most people have their phone right here. Like, my phone is right here. I'm not even playing music on it, and it's still right here. So I'm sick of having, probably you're feeling that too. I'm sick of having sympathy and compassion for baby behavior. Sorry, it's done. So it's like, you know, and this is the thing. I'm not even mad. I'm not. I swear to God, I'm grouchy or whatever, but I'm not even mad. I'm just like, you know what? You can be like that. Just be like that over there, because I'm not going to I'm not even waiting. And if you do call, I'm probably not answering. And if I do answer, like, what can you say right now? Because I'm not going to bitch to the person, right? I'm not going to go and bitch to my masculine, and I don't recommend anyone do that. What can you really say? It's like, okay, buddy, like, okay, thanks for returning the message from yesterday. Guess what? It's over. I'm good. I took care of myself. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's blocking. Sometimes it blocks just because you say bullshit. It blocks it. So, okay, this came like this. So, okay. So we have, okay, this is interesting. See, this reading is going along, like, not in a sense, like, this isn't my story yet. Who knows if it's going to happen. But it's going along with what I'm saying and with what the first energies I picked up in a sense. But these cards are awesome. These ones, the Cathra, they're fucking awesome deck. And they're an awesome deck, and they explain things a bit differently. So anyhow, we have the message is someone's coming in, probably offers of, you know, someone who loves you or whatever, asking for a new beginning, coming to the past. They've turned their back. And I told you already, I saw something about divorce. For some of them, it had to be with the divorce. They're coming to be honest now and to be truthful. They're going to speak the truth. So I'm guessing that this has to do with them finally getting the strength to express themselves. But notice how it came like this, because they're not fully there. So, I mean, they're trying, okay? So whoever this may be for maybe for a whole bunch of us, they're trying to start coming forward and be truthful, be honest, and express their emotions. Like, oh, cry me a river. It's just so annoying. Like, you can't just express your emotions one way or another. I don't know. So weird. This morning I did a reading for someone and we were talking about signs, Scorpio and Cancer. And she was like, oh, like Scorpios don't express themselves like a Cancer. And I said, no, Scorpios express themselves differently and they'll let you express yourself so they know everything about you, type of thing. And I'm like, Cancers, they express themselves, but they go and retract because they go into their shell. So, and you know, this is a strong King of Cups, but who cares? But yeah, I mean, it could be your King of Cups if you have one of those. I don't even know why I just shared that little blurb with you about the Scorpio Cancers, but I had that conversation this morning. So this person's finally Capricorns. I think the Capricorns, the ones that I've had experiences with, not that I dated because I've never been into a Capricorn, but they're good. They're good people. I'm not saying that they're not. They're great. They're just, I don't know, a little too into me for me to be into them. I know it sounds bad, but it's true. So the Capricorns I've experienced, they're fine with expressing how they feel. In fact, they're very straightforward because they like to get to the point, I believe. I don't know because I never took it further than hearing what they had to say. And then I'm like, I'm out of here. But Capricorns that I've experienced they're great guys. Girls, do I know Cappy girls? No, I don't think so. But the guys are great and very straightforward. And I'm pretty sure they're in touch with their feelings as well from what I've seen. But yeah, so back to here. Let's see but I'm just relating this to the Scorpio Cancer conversation I had today because of the fact that this person seems to be finally getting some strength, but I still feel like they're not all the way there yet. Okay. But like, they're going to try. This person's going to try because you know why? Because they're feeling that you're not, you know, if you're like in my energy, you just don't give a damn anymore. You're just like, I'm not even trying to force anyone to come into my life. I'm just cool. If I'm going to be single, I'm going to be single and enjoy it. And it's not about meeting someone else. I'm telling you, because I haven't met someone else. And I literally screamed this in my head today while I was waiting for the transit, because I'm like, it's not about meeting someone else. For a whole year, not one single other person has come into my life that is like, you know, not even for a very long time, like just not even one single person. I've had a couple people come in my life that like me, but it was quickly like, they were quickly pushed away just naturally because it wasn't meant to be, right? But not one single person that is interesting to me in the sense that I want to like touch them and kiss them has come into my life. So clearly I'm not meant to be dating someone right now because I would have met them or I will meet them like today. But you know what I mean? Like I would have met that person or that person would be there that sparked my interest. And it's not because I'm hesitant and I'm like, you know, the truth is if you like someone, you're going to know it. And I just haven't even met someone that I like. So it's really bizarre me going through all of this and being someone that wants to be in a relationship. No one's come in and I've accepted it. Like even today, I just was like, you know what, Jen, it's not meant to be right now. It's not about you're going to be single for the rest of your life. It's just not meant to be right this second. So just enjoy it, I guess. Enjoy being alone and being happy. And I always do. But the thing is like, I guess I got to do it longer because I can't. That is the one problem we have no control over. Like, we don't want to be with we don't want to wait for our divine partner. We still don't have the control to meet someone we like as much as that. We have no control over that. They have to come in on their own. We have to bump into them somewhere. Like, we can't just be like, I want, like now. Like, it just doesn't work like that. You can manifest having a loving partner, yes, but I'm just saying we cannot instantly meet the man or woman that we are so connected to. I can't just go right outside. No one's out there right now. So it's just not a choice. So that's the one thing that we really do have to. Have you crosswatch? I know blue. I guess that's you guys talking. Disappointed. I can't see all of them. Anyhow, let's see what's going on here. So they're finally getting the strength. Well, okay, let's ask this question. Like, why? Where were they? What were they doing? What caused no strength issue? Like, oh. So look at this. The messages here that I'm getting is so weird. I hate when the cards make me feel a little bit bad. Not that I feel bad. So what was the person doing? Okay. I don't care masculine or feminine or whatever. I know this is a female, and I almost feel like the person was even mirroring for some. Mirroring. Oh, it's so weird. So what were they doing? Why didn't they have this strength? I'll tell you why. Many of them were dealing with a karmic situation, and they were depressed. They were in a mental jail. They were in a mental prison. And the funny thing is that, you know, for the feminines even, or for whoever, like, I just feel like you both may have been like, what were they doing? They were busy focusing on the wrong things. And that's where they've been. Okay. So that's a nice way to put it, I guess. You know, it's true. Tell us more. Oh, see, we just went from the 8 to the 9. They were seriously. And what this tells me is that it was just getting worse. Yeah, so where was this person? And, you know, it's not just, it was just getting worse for them. It was also getting worse for the females here. It could be mirroring energy for one, but it's like, you know how okay, let's just say this. And I mean, there's no other term to use besides twin flame that we all understand. If we have a twin flame that mirrors our emotions, right? And you're mirroring deep inside, subconsciously, however, but like deep inside, your emotions are sadness and a little depression, despair is what I feel, like just all those negative energies. And so they're mirroring it. So then you're just going back and forth, ding, ding, ding. And it's like pretty bad. So the truth is, you know, if deep down inside you felt depressed as well, or in this dark area when you didn't have the person around you, they felt it too, but it's like it got worse or something. It just feels like it, or it looks with the cards, I'm just reading the cards, it looks like it just got worse and worse. And when they did want to come forward many other times, like I feel like they wanted to come forward, not millions, obviously, but many, many times. And for one, they were worried about what you would say to them, how you would look at them. And they would just beat themselves up with, this is ridiculous, though. I mean, so many of us are getting sick and tired of people being scared. But they were scared. So they didn't come forward. And then, you know, and then them doing that to themselves also affected everyone else involved, which sucks, right? Couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, couldn't think, headaches. Yeah, I get that. Like, I've passed that stage a while ago. But it was really bad, actually. It really was. And then it's true. Like, but also there was some mirroring going on because we both had issues going on in our lives. So, but it was dark, right? And it's true. Yeah. And the worst time is at night, especially when you have a good day and you're like, finally, I'm normal again. I'm in control again. Oh, thank you so much, Tiana. Thank you so much. And you're like, I'm in control again. And then at nighttime comes, and then you're like back to square one. And you're like, fuck, like I thought it was better. I thought it was over it finally. And you're not. Let's see what else they're saying. So stepping up, leaving people behind. Okay, let me see what's going on here now. I'm like afraid to look at it, right? But guess what it is? It's the Lovers. So because I'm saying, so what's going on now? And this would be under this card where it had to do with him turning his back on people and choosing one person now, turning his back on more than one person. So like this is saying literally your person had people. And it doesn't mean that they were dating, but yeah, they had people. But they were like, dating is such a vague word. Like what you go for dinner, you're on a date, you know what I mean? But what it is saying is that your person was interested, or not even interested, leading people on, I guess we could say. Like there was more than one person in the picture. It wasn't even you. You probably weren't one of those people at all. They probably weren't paying any attention to you, because the thing is so many of them went running for the hills, like seriously, thinking to themselves, this is too much. I can't do, like, and it was a quick thought too. It's not that they sit there and think to themselves for hours a day, this is too much. No, they go run and try to block their thoughts. So in a sense, many of them weren't even thinking about you, but then they couldn't stop. And like in the end, they had to come back. In the end, they were pulled back. They were drawn back. They realized this eventually at some point, they come back. So I don't feel that when people are there, like, running, I don't feel that they're sitting there thinking about you so much, because they're actually running and trying to hide and trying to cover up or whatever, like cover their feelings up. So if you pop in their mind, they'll probably like push you away. But eventually, like when you have this, you have a lot of time on your hands to think about what's going on. And you know, maybe at night, it's kind of funny, because maybe at night, no matter how much they try to push you away during the day, at night it's like, your name. I don't know why I feel that, but your name keeps on coming up in their head. And it's just like, oh my God, what the fuck am I going to do here? So yeah, what are they going to do? They're realizing, they're making a choice to turn their back on others. And that one wand that they hold, you know what I mean? There's something being realized here. They're ready to step up, and it's in regards to love. So in regards to a connection, they've made a choice here. They no longer want to, I mean, like, I don't want to say roam free and, you know, because who knows if that's what they were doing, but they want to settle down. So never mind what they no longer want to do. Now there's something here where they actually are realizing it. They want to. And it's the truth. We're only getting older. And it's not that I put an age on anyone or anything, but even if time doesn't matter, even if everything doesn't matter, there's still time, in a sense that it ticks away. And why, you know, I'm ready now. And I was thinking about this the other day too. I'm like, I'm ready to dedicate a good 20 years, my next 20 years, to the right person now coming up. Like, I've had a lot of fun, this and that. And I'm ready to give a full solid, because I'm like saying, like in my mind, I'm like, I will definitely be here for 20 years. I used to think I'd be here for 200 years. But I'm giving myself 20 right now. And I'm like, I'm willing to give like a full 20 and see where it goes in the right relationship, and try something else out that, you know, is different. I'm sick of having, not that I had multiple partners, because I really haven't my whole life. The universe does not send me many people that I'm into, right? But I'm ready to do something different, which would be a commitment. And there's a lot of things that come with that, because I was even thinking, I'm like, oh my God, like someone's going to see the real me. And it's not that there's a bad me, but, you know, waking up in the morning, like I don't wake up glamorous every morning or whatever it may be, but I'm like, oh my gosh, like, are you ready to share those moments with someone? And I thought about all the other people doing it. And I'm like, all these people have relationships and all this shit. And I'm like, do they just do it because it's better to be in the company of someone instead of, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, how do some people find relationships so easy? Is it because they're just happier in the company of someone else and they don't mind sharing those moments? I don't know. But the point is, when we get into this relationship coming up for all of us, your person's going to see everything about you. There's no more hiding shit. Like, not that I hide stuff, but like, you can't, I don't know how to explain it. Like, okay, they're going to see your dirty underwear when you have dirty underwear one day or something like that, like stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, are you ready? But yeah, I'm ready. Like, that's life. That is life. And you know, I'm ready to see their shit too. And like, I'm just thinking so many things. It's not that I don't want to see, but that you see. It's like having a kid almost. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh. The thing is, like, you know what I mean? That's something a lot of us also have to start realizing, because I think for some of us, we may not know, but those are our fears. And I think for myself, that was probably a fear I had, like to be not to be my real self, but it's weird. And I feel like I would have to have an adjustment period where we live together and like almost don't talk. Like just let me go and do my, like just let me be me and just watch me and see what I am. Just get to know me. Because think about it, especially for many of us that haven't, hi Turkey, that haven't been in a committed long-term relationship, I should say, right? Long-term, where we haven't lived with people. Like I've lived with only 2 people that I was, sleeping with, type of thing. And it's different. It's a totally different life now. You no longer live on your own. You don't get to just do whatever the heck you want. You have to consider someone else, but maybe you don't want to consider someone else. Maybe, like for me, I want to be in a relationship where we can just do what we want and be happy, and not in the sense like, I mean, like live how we want to live and not have to, but I want to be in the same house as someone, and I want to be able to pick up the phone if I need to drive somewhere. And, I want love, and that's the truth here. And here's our card. And I just hear people are waking up. Someone's waking up. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know who this message is for. I hope it's for so many of us, but this person is having a wake-up call and they're rushing in. I don't think this is my message, but I hope it's for someone here, and I hope it resonates, with you guys, because this is someone from the past, 100%. And it is someone that's thought about you a lot and that's dreamt about you, and who's being closed off. So like, tell us more, like they've been closed off. Like, are they really gonna, let's see what's, ooh, wow. I want to just see, like sometimes I'd like to just look how they came. So we have the 3 of Swords and the 4 of Wands. I'm not going to say this person's bipolar or anything like that, but this person's been hurt. So, because I'm like, are they really going to do this? And yeah, they are. Like, here we go. They really are going to come forward to this beautiful single woman who's happy. Oh, thank you so much, Jovella. I like that name. I don't know where it's from, but thank you so much, Jovella Brown. That's very sweet of you. This person is going to, I'm just trying to remember what I was asking, because I'm like, are they really going to do this? Like, yeah, they're really going to do this, but this really doesn't answer that question. Let's pull some more. It's like, it's just saying that it's hard for them. That's what it's saying. I'm so sick and tired of hearing it's hard for people to communicate. It's hard for people to get over the fucking hurt and the heartache. Like, we've all been through it, and all we're doing is prolonging it and continuing it by not speaking up and following dreams and following intuition and following our heart and having the strength to just speak up. Tell us more. Like, I don't know the right question to ask. Like, are they actually, but what changed? Makes so much sense though. What changed is the gosh darn divine feminine has turned her back. And I mean, the Empress in reverse, depending on the question and depending on the situation, can mean things like you're not listening to your intuition, or you're not this, you're not that. No, I'm asking what changed. And the fact that this High Priestess, I don't know if I called, well, it refers to the divine feminine for me, is in reverse. And it went right over the Lovers. You guys don't see that here. She's had enough. Really. Like, that's what changed. So, and when I see the 10 of Cups here, she's had enough of the past way love was dealt with. Like, that's it. We've learned our lesson in the sense. Like, in a sense with this, it's almost like, I think maybe I can show it better than I can explain it. She's had enough of the past. Whatever happened in the past, it's time for a brand new cycle of love. It's like an ace. Like, it's time for a brand new cycle. This is what she wants. This is all she wants. She's run this whole cycle. She's done it. She's put up with so much, right? So that's what's changed. She's just done. And that's the thing. If you just put that intention out there, it's when you really, really, really mean it, it actually works. Like when you actually say, like, that's it. I remember, I don't know if I told you guys, I was engaged before, a long time ago. Great guy. Just, we weren't meant to be together. Big lessons there, big lessons. Before me and this person got together, I was single, obviously, for a long time. But I remember telling a group of people, because they were asking, like, how are you single? Blah, blah, blah. I hate those questions. It's like, shut the F up. Anyhow, I remember saying to them all, and very confidently and very sure, that the next person I'm with, I will be engaged to. I believe I said engaged. Like, I might have said married, but I will be married. No, I'm pretty sure I said, like, I'm going to be engaged. Probably part of the mistake. Well, it's all a lesson because I actually got engaged. So anyhow, I was so sure of it. I'm like, and I said to them, I remember saying to them, I don't give a F about sex. Like, I've experienced sex. I want someone who I actually can experience more than just great sex. I remember saying that to them, like, but the truth is sex is very important. But at the time, I was just so frustrated with, this is years ago, over 5 or maybe 5, I don't know. I was so frustrated with the fact that I would meet people and have a great sex life with them and a great, like, connection in that sense, but nothing more. So I remember saying to this group of people, you know, I've had enough sex in my life to understand and appreciate it, type of thing. You know, that's not what I want. I want a real connection, and the next person I'm with, I will be engaged to or married to or whatever I said. And so the next person I met, we got engaged right away, right off the freaking bat, which is probably the first red flag. And we didn't have sex. We didn't have, like, I waited and he didn't mind. It was the most amazing thing ever for months. Like, he didn't mind. But I put that intention out there and I was so sure of it. And it did happen. And I did get to learn a lot from this person, but we didn't obviously end up together. And it was definitely meant to be like that. Thank goodness. But when you put the intention, back to like what I'm trying to say, like when you put that intention, for those of you that are truly fed up, watch and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to pull some more cards. But when you're like fed up and you're like, I'm done. Like, I've done this. I went through this beautiful, amazing situation. It wasn't, not that it was beautiful and it wasn't beautiful and amazing. It's that you learned a lot of lessons in love. That's the point now. Okay. We were enjoying it. We were enjoying all of the ups and downs. But you know what? I think many of you, like me, are ready for someone, like, the ups and downs are over. We're done, you know, to tell me their opinion. Hi, MK. I don't know what you're talking about. It's part of it, but not everything. Well, hi, MK. So yeah, enough, right? So give us more about, you know, it's enough. It's ready for, it's time for a fresh wheel. It's time for something fresh. Sorry, my lighting, I just feel like it's going out there. It's time for a new spin. It's time, and you know, it's the same wheel, new spin, new opportunity, a new chance to do things differently. Things are going to have to come out. We're going to have to do things differently. And look what, you know, coming out with the truth. I do feel like that. It's going to be successful, but it's almost like we have to face a few things. There's something to do with that, like facing a few things. We're going to have a new we're ready for a new spin, a new chapter. And it is like, you know, let's look at this. Here's that little creature there. The creature's still going to be there when it spins around. So it is the same person, new chapter, time to go for a whole new spin, like Wheel of Fortune, you know? And so we have the Moon card here, and this is about things coming to light. Maybe it's your realization coming to light. And guess what? Ding, ding, ding. You win the spin because you get victory after that. So, sorry, the Moon. I can't have that type of shit on here anyhow. I understand. But there's victory here. Declare what you want and watch yourself get it. Who seems sad? Rose. Who's Rose? Stephen Allen. I think Steve Allen. I think that sounds familiar. Is that like a speaker or someone? Okay, let's see what else is going on here. So Let's do something else besides this topic and let's just see. So this is what's going on here. These are energies currently coming. This is what the message is about. Let's see if I can pull like a description for who this message is for. Who is this message for? Ooh. So, interesting. And the truth. So this message is for, I feel like it's for someone who has had someone else come into their life and try to make offers in the past that were not good, in the sense they were empty. Whatever offers this person was coming forward with before, they weren't good. And the woman here, or, the feminine, the energy, whatever, she focused on herself, and she focused, for many of you, you did focus on your money. And it's in this other reading I have for you that I'm going to record. You focused on, or even for some of you, the other message I got, it's not even that you focused on your money. Money came in somehow though. So it could be any way that money came in. But for many of us, like myself included, I started working and more and focusing on my passions. And passion is what you got to focus on, really, like, and make your money. And this is about passion. This is about, I always look at this as a very motherly card and also caring card. But yeah, you focused on yourself. And so then guess what happens? And you focused on what you wanted. So we have the Two of Cups here and the King of Swords. And I feel like what this did was draw in this honest person towards you. Now I'm going to clarify those two because I'm asking who this is for, really. So like that's really the main description over there. Well, we have three strong energies here. We have air, earth, fire. We have we have two Twos of Cups. When they equal, we have a Two of Cups and One of Cups. That equals a 3, reunion. This has to do with someone that someone's returning to you. Plain and simple, because now we have the Queen of Wands, and this is how we started off. So this is someone from your past. That's the best description I can give to you. This person may have been married. This is something that I picked up earlier as well. And we have the Death card again, because they're coming in for a clean start. They've ended a situation. They've ended some sort of whatever else they had going on. So that's the best description I can give to help someone figure out if this message is for you. Now, let's pull from a new deck. Okay, I'm going to do one more little mini reading and see what goes on here. Father's Day tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about that. But yeah, me and my dad, we don't care about those days. Like, of course, now I'm going to remember it's Father's Day, obviously, and I'll call him. But for my family, it's like birthday every day, Father's Day every day. Like, we just talk every day. I don't even think he said happy birthday to me yet, to be honest. It's been a week. But that's okay. Like, we're still on the phone. I don't even think he said happy birthday. We've probably talked for a while on the phone because of the basketball games that were going on. We were watching the games together. I don't think he ever said happy birthday. And, like, that's another thing. For example, I spoke to my person on my birthday. Yeah. No happy birthday. Now, I'm not the type of person, because we had a great conversation anyways, right? But then I was thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? Like, I don't need your no fucking happy birthday. The reason I say that is because someone else I spoke to today said that she didn't really get the best communication from her person on her birthday, which was recently too. Let's see. That kills me is that how you want to leave. They always have this thing to keep coming back. Yeah, it kills me too. But I remember like her saying you shouldn't get it, whatever. But I didn't get, happy birthday. And it's not a big deal to me because we still had a great conversation that had nothing to do with my birthday. And maybe we both forgot or he forgot or whatever. Like, I didn't mention it either. I didn't think of it. I wasn't thinking of it at the time. But in my thoughts today, when I'm like, I don't need your no text message back thing and all that. And I'm like, and I don't need your no happy birthday either. Like, fuck that. There's people out there that will actually make a big deal on your birthday, even if you're not in the same area that they're in and you're not able to reach them. Like, they'll at least say happy fucking birthday. Like, yeah. And that's the thing. It's overlooked because we did talk and we probably I didn't even realize it. I didn't make a big deal on my birthday either. But I don't care. I don't know. I don't care. I hope I'm going to like calm the fuck down a little bit, but I don't know. Things are shifting. That's the truth. Things are shifting. And it's like step up or step off because I just don't care anymore. And, you know, the other thing is, even if I don't meet someone in my life where I'm like in love with 1,000%, I'm sure no matter what, I will still meet someone I have a great connection to. Like no matter what, at some point when the time is right. And whatever is meant to be will truly be at the right time. And that's the truth, honest to God. My email. I'm not sure who someone's giving their email to, but you're more than welcome to email me. All my information is below, especially if you want to book a reading. And as I said, if you book a reading today, you'll get it by Monday. Recorded, obviously. I can't guarantee live. Yeah, the Sagittarius full moon. And you know what? That's interesting. I didn't pick up on this until I just read that. Sagittarius are my, you know, I don't know what you call it because I'm not big into astrology or knowing how to explain it. But on the chart, the person across from you is it's like your opposite match. Interesting, right? And I dated a lot of Sagittariuses. But it's like your opposite, but the match of I don't know, something like this. So this could be part of the reason, thinking about it, because I know that this moon has a big shift that comes with it. But the fact that it's Sagittarius could have a part of the reason why I'm picking up on like things I didn't give a damn about really. And now I do give a damn about them. And I'm like, fuck that. Yeah, it's like the yin to your yang, but it's not necessarily who you're supposed to be with. You know what I mean? It's a good match. You get along well, but it's not necessary. Yeah, you have to look it up because I don't know how to explain it. But I used to look into it because I used to date so many Sagittariuses. It's like your polar opposite. So I don't know if that means like your bad it's your opposite best match, something like that. I don't know how to explain it, but you'll see. So maybe that's why it's just, and it's not, I'm not saying it's the person you're supposed to be with or anything like that, because I remember them saying like, we're not the best match, but we're the like, the match of like, whatever, the polar opposite type of thing. I don't know. Pretty energetically interesting though, because I did date probably 6 Sagittariuses in a row. Like, well, no, not that many, but 3 good ones. But I used to have a lot coming up. Yeah, and now I don't want anything to do with them. I'm just like, not that I ever ask someone, what's your sign? And I'm going to choose my life on that. But I don't want anything to do with them. Not having a way to bake it. No oven. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's like mixing a cake and not having a way to bake it. Yeah, something like that kind of. Okay, let's see. I never had a type, right? And that, oh, wow, we got 2 great cards here. I never had an actual type, but like I had commonalities between the people I always was attracted to, but I never had an actual type. So it's really weird when a lot of the same sign comes your way, because obviously there's something there you're attracting, right? Okay. So we have celebrations, like, so there is some sort of, and you know, I haven't been listening to many readings. Like, I don't think I listened today or yesterday. But when I was listening, like a couple days ago, when I had some time, the death card. And the interesting thing is that one of the readers was saying, I love this girl. I don't know. I forget her name, but she only does pick-a-decks and she has dark hair and she's like in England or something, somewhere like that. But what was it, her message that she said? Oh yeah, she said like some people, they keep on looking at all the readings to get a reading that matches what the outcome they want. So the funny thing was I had so much time on my hand, I must have looked at probably 6 different readings. Like I didn't watch the whole thing because all the same cards were coming out pretty much. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, this is my message. And I'm like, I'm so lucky to actually have attracted that. Like everywhere I went, all the cards were coming out the same. And I'm like, you can't run from the message. So I'm like, okay, so enough is enough. And it was just funny that she said that. But so we have a new message here, okay? And this death card is here and it keeps on coming out. And look at, here is this Ace of Pentacles. And there's another 9 there. There's going to be something huge. I wonder if it's the Sagittarius full moon, which would be When is it coming up? On the 17th. Well, I move ahead with my intentions. And you can course correct, it's course correction. That's a great word for right now. Reassessment, course correction. You're going to start going through things in a different way, in a way that fucking works, right? So here we go. A lot of good things are coming in. 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. Ladybug, luck, grapes, abundance, like money. And here's this Death card. So there's a huge rebirth happening here. I already pulled the Death card with that first reading. I wonder if I pulled it. No, I didn't pull it for the second reading. Oh no, the Death card's right here. It's at the bottom. So there's a huge rebirth happening. There's some great stuff coming in. So I'm trying to pull another message for other people, and it looks like it's the goddamn same thing. So we have this change coming, this closure to one cycle so a new one can begin. And I feel like that's the 10 of Cups with the Ace of Cups, with the Ace of Cup, water. Look at the Emperor here. And we have the King of Swords. The Knight of Chalices, again. But this one looks really enthusiastic. That's nice of him. Anyhow, so we also have the King of Swords here. And we have, I believe, the King of Wands. I kind of feel like that's the same energy as the King of Swords and the Emperor. Because I always feel like he's, holding the wand anyways. What kills me is that knows it really is, but it returns to that unhappy ass life. Sorry, Warrior Goddess, I see your message. I know other people can't. I like this card whenever I see any cards with someone on the horse. Because sometimes I get the vibe that it's actually a higher element, a higher level. Like it is a king. But the thing is that they have to show that they're on the horse to show us that they're moving forward instead of, because all the kings are always sitting. So I do feel like the fact that this King of Cups is here now is just saying like he's coming forward, like he's leaning into the picture. He's like here. And I know here is this empty cup in a sense, but it's not, because I see the white horse and I just feel this energy with the butterflies. There's been a huge transformation. And this person's coming forward to offer, this single lady happiness. And they're coming in quick again. And, the World card again. Let's just pull one final message here. Oh, my gosh. Our final message is the 4 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. They're coming in to invest. And for some of you, I can't wait till some of you have a baby, because some of you are having babies or you're going to be getting pregnant. That's for sure. That's shown up a lot in readings. So anyhow, everyone, I'm going to go. If you want to book a reading, it will be done by Monday, recorded readings. And for those of you that already booked and you're waiting on your reading, it will be done by tomorrow, because I'm taking a little break tonight. And I'm going to do this reading at some point, and I'm going to do a karmic reading at some point because I want to know what's going on. And thank you all so much. Lots of kisses to you too. Bye for now. Have a good weekend or night. Bye for now.